video, I talked about relationships, the dynamics of a relationship, the dynamics of a relationship. And I focused on relationships that have the intentions to enter into marriages. That was my focus. So I focused on relationships that the people who are in those relationships have desire that eventually they become a husband and wife. And I spoke about the dynamics of those relationships. You see, all the things that you do during the courtship time, when the two of you have the intention to become a husband and wife in future, all the things that the two of you do, the ones that people don't see and the ones they see, form the foundation of your marriage. This is very, very important. All the things that the two of you will do in that relationship that has that intention to eventually and to become a marriage, all the things the two of you will do in that relationship with the intention to become a husband and wife in future, whether seen or unseen, form the foundation of your marriage. In this life, anything that you do depends on your foundation. So that's why when you are building a house, we make sure the foundation is solid. The height of every building structure is dependent on the foundation. This point is very critical to how far and how well your marriage will do or travel. All the things that you do in that state of courtship, when the two of you are in that relationship with the intention to become a husband and wife in future, all the things you will do, whether seen by people or unseen, form the bedrock, the foundation upon which that marriage will be built. And that is why you must be very careful about that point. That's why I said in my last video that be very careful about the things you will do when you have that intention to become a husband and wife, because once you compromise the foundation, when you eventually become a husband and wife, it's just a matter of time. That marriage will collapse. So how far your marriage will travel, how well that marriage will go or will do, depends on the foundation that you will lay. And the foundation comes from the things you will do during that time of courtship, during that time of knocking and all those things. So make sure the right things are done so that the foundation of your marriage does not suffer. The Bible says that if the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? You see, that is why some parents, or most parents, intentionally take their children to schools where they believe they will have the right foundation. Get this one straight. The foundation of your marriage is very critical. The foundational state of your marriage is very important. And that state is when the two of you are not yet married, or you're in courtship, and you have that intention to become a husband and wife in future. All the things you will do will form the foundation. And that's why I said most parents intentionally take their children to schools that they believe will give them the needed foundation. So if you ask them, why are you paying 3,000 for a child in KG? Why are you paying 5,000 for a child in basic 1? They will tell you that they want the child to have the right foundation, because in life, foundation is everything. And that's why when you are building a house, depending on the height of that building, you know the type of foundation you lay. Because if you don't lay the foundation right for that building, and you go and live in that house, it's just a matter of time you begin to see the cracks. That is why homes are suffering. That is why marriages are breaking down. Because the foundations that were laid were corrupted. Those foundations were corrupted. And that is why when people are having issues in marriages, you can't just go and scratch the surface. And the interesting aspect is that when those foundations were being laid, because we're not there with them, if you are not deep and understand the importance of foundations in marriages, and you don't go to the root cause of their problem, you are just scratching the surface, that marriage will not have solution. And I've said, all the things that you do with the guy or the lady, before the two of you eventually become a husband and wife, they form the foundation of your marriage. This is critical. And once that foundation is compromised, it's just a matter of time. And that's why I've used the analogy of parents taking their children to school, paying huge sums of money, and they will tell you that I want my child to have the right foundation. I'm taking my child to that school because I want to be sure that the foundation is laid right for the child. Foundation is everything. That building, that structure, when they are building a high rising structure, they make sure that the foundation is strong. The foundation is key. Now there are 4 key foundations that can make or destroy your home. 4 key foundations. 4. It's like 4 corners. If you get those foundations right, if you don't get those pillars right, your home might not be perfect, but you have a stable home. Listen to me carefully. The reason why you have to get the foundation right is that once you get the foundation right, your home, your marriage might not be perfect, because nobody is perfect. The guy you are going to marry, the lady you are going to marry is not perfect. So you are not going to have a perfect marriage or a perfect home. But what you are going to have, if you lay the foundation right, is a stable home. You are going to have a stable home. Once you get the foundation right, and the foundation, they come from all the things that you are doing with the guy, the one that people don't see, the one that people see, the things you have been through in life, they form the foundation. And there are 4 key foundations. 4 key foundations. 4 key foundations that you have to lay them right. You have to make sure that the pillars, there are 4 main pillars. Let me put it that way. There are 4 main pillars that you have to get right, so that your foundation is strong to hold that marriage. So your marriage, your home will become stable, even though there's no perfect marriage on this earth. There's no perfect marriage on this earth. No perfect marriage. Because the people who are going to marry, they are not perfect.